What's up, Hoopers? It's Coach Alex from THINCPRO Basketball, and in today's video, we're gonna go over how to use a screen properly. Let's get started. All right, Hoopers, well, in this video, we're gonna go over 5 different topics to help you think about how to use a screen properly. Now me, I use a lot of screens in my days playing in a pick and roll system, so I'm gonna show you a couple of key pointers that I use and I think that are really important to be successful in a pick and roll situation. All right, so right here, my main man, give a round of applause for my guy, Buddy. Buddy is gonna be my screener throughout this video as we illustrate and talk about different topics. All right, so the first topic we're gonna talk about, you have to be able to set up this screen, right? You have to set your defender up in order to use this, because if you just go down here and try to use the screen, the defender can play it and you're making life easier on the defender. So we wanna be able to set this screen up. So a lot of the times what I like to do is either just back my defender down, back them down, and either I'm getting lower than the screen or I'm a step above it, so when I do come off, I can just come off shoulder to shoulder, or if I'm here and I'm a little lower, now my defender definitely has to make a decision. I'm almost forcing them to go under the screen, okay? Another way you could do it, if you're dribbling forward at your defender and you see this screen, boom, we could go what we call a hip swivel. So we go from this position forward to hip swivel, right? To having one foot facing the baseline and the back is facing the sideline. So again, as you see that, we're here, hip swivel, boom. Same thing, if I go between the legs, boom. Now I'm setting my defender up. My defender's now on my hip. I'm setting them up and I'm ready to use the screen. So the first thing you have to do is this in order to set your defender up and be able to use a screen successfully. Again, we don't want to just come off, you know, without giving our defender something to think about. We want to get down here, whether you back them down, boom, or you use the hip swivel method. Either one, but step 1, set your defender up before using the pick. All right, so step 2, now that we've set up our defender and we're ready to use the screen, we have to make sure we come off this screen shoulder to shoulder, right? So that means that when we come off the screen, we don't want to come off and leave any space between myself and my screener, because what that does is allows the defender to come right on through and continue to play you, right? So when I come off the screen, boom, I'm ready to use it. I want to come off as tight as I can, because now when I come off shoulder to shoulder, my defender's either going to go underneath, and if they do, I step back and I hit that jumper. But if I come off shoulder to shoulder, they can't fight through this screen without fouling either my screener or fouling me. They have to trail the screen, they're behind me, right? They're behind me because now I can come off. I've eliminated any space between myself and my screener to go make a play afterwards. So you have to make sure, right? You want to make contact with your offensive player, right? Whether you're putting your shoulder down, right, and you're rubbing off of their hip, or if you're shoulder to shoulder, if you're a little higher like me, I'm a high dribbler. I dribble up high, so I'm coming off shoulder to shoulder, or you're down low. But the main thing is you want to eliminate that space between you and your screener, not allowing your defender to get on through. Because if you allow your defender to get through, they can stay in the play, they can cut you off and make it more difficult for you. We're trying to make it difficult on them and force them to make a decision on how they want to play this screen. So again, step 1, boom, we set them up. Step 2, we come off shoulder to shoulder in order to make a play. And how we're going to do it will lead us to step number 3. All right, so we're now on step 3. Step 1, again, was to set up your defender, making sure that you're ready to use the screen. Step 2, we are going to come off the screen. We're coming off the screen shoulder to shoulder, not allowing my defender here to get through. All right, so now I got my other man out here. It's my guy, got Buddy and Guy. It's funny how I said that. Anyways, now we're going to be talking about how to read this defender. Okay, we want to read this defender. So when we come off the screen, number 1, we set up our defender, boom, I got him here. Now I'm ready to use the screen and I come off shoulder to shoulder. So the first thing, if this defender, if Guy is trailing me, my read is the guy guarding my screener, the guy guarding Buddy. Not this guy, but the defender that's guarding Buddy, right? So I've got to come off and now I've got to read what they're doing. Are they sagging off where I can pull up into my jump shot? Or are they up trying to pressure the ball where now I can make a quick, decisive move to get by and to score, right? So if you have this defender behind you when you come off this screen because you're coming off shoulder to shoulder and they can't get through but they're trailing, your job is to attack. You're in attack mode because you have a player behind the play. your guy is going to roll. So now it's like a 2-on-1 advantage. Either you can get your pull up, drop a pass, or get all the way to the basket. So you have to read that. If your defender chases over the top, you get downhill and you attack. All right, now, if this defender reads this, where I come off this screen, boom, and he comes underneath, right? So when I come off, he comes underneath, that's when I want to stop behind this screen and shoot. Because when I come off the screen, Buddy's gonna do his job and he's gonna roll. And he's gonna roll right into my defender, which is then gonna allow me to go from here, boom. I see him go underneath the screener. I can just rise up right into a nice step behind jumper off of that screen. So if your defender goes under, you wanna be able to come off and shoot the basketball. Or if you think that you had that advantage, that speed advantage, to come off, even though they're gonna try to meet you on this other side, and you can get by them with a quick move, that's fine as well. But a lot of the times, if a defender goes under your screen, you just want to stop behind, rise up, and knock it down. So that's step 3, being able to read your defender again. Step 1, set your defender up, set the screen up before you use it. Step 2, come off shoulder to shoulder. And step 3, being able to read how your defender plays it, and then how that secondary defender plays it as well. Let's go on to move number 4, or step number 4 in this case. All right. Step number 4, probably the easiest and quickest one to explain, is that when you come off this screen, you want to make sure your eyes are up. You're observing the floor. So as I come off this screen, my eyes got to go directly towards my target, right? I'm coming off, boom, I want to see the hoop. Either my defender's going under, where I can see the hoop and shoot it, or my defender's chasing me, where I can come off this screen, my eyes are up at the hoop, but I know there's a guy in front of me. How do I want to get to the basket? How do I want to make a play? But that's not only just focusing on the hoop. I might want to come off this screen, looking at the basket, make a play, boom, and then make a kick out pass or a drop off pass, something like that. But if I have my eyes down when I come off that screen, so if I come off like this, Wilson, NCAA, yeah, what am I seeing? I'm not seeing anything. Everybody's back into the play. Nothing happens. We don't create an advantage. So as a player playing in the pick and roll, you've got to come up, you got to come off, eyes are up, you're observing the court. Now, I know you're not going to just be staring dead at the hoop. You're going to be having your eyes up, looking everywhere you can to make a play and making the right play. Because in the pick and roll, you have to make the right decision every single time. 10 times out of 10, 100 out of 100, you have to make the right decision. Now, it's not always going to happen, but that's what you have to try to accomplish each time. Whether you're coming off and you're getting a bucket yourself, or you're making the right pass to somebody, or the drop-off pass, right? You have to make the right decision out of the pick and roll, and having your eyes up will do just that. And that's gonna lead to the last step, step number 5. Let's get to it. All right, the 5th and final step, when you come off the screen, you go to score, okay? You go to score, you attack. Now, going to score doesn't mean you just go in here and throw some stuff up at the basket. Going to score and being in attack mode will allow you to, number 1, either get your own shot, create something for yourself, or create something for your teammates. Because if you're going in here and you're thinking about scoring the basketball, then defenders are gonna collapse. Defenders are gonna react to what you're doing. Boom, kick out pass. Ooh, lob game, drop off pass. Ooh, kick out to a shooter. Different things open up, okay? But if you go in here and all you're thinking is to pass, defenders don't even have to play you. It becomes a 4-on-5 game. But if you come off that screen and you're in attack mode, you're ready to put the ball in the basket. Boom, boom. Oh, here comes the defender. Oh, kick out pass, shooter wide open. Oh, they don't come over, easy bucket off the glass. Okay, you open your options with the way that you attack, the way that you think to score the basketball. Took me a while to learn that playing in the pick and roll, but I did, and once I figured it out, you know, numbers start going up, whether it's scoring, your assists, plays that you make, hockey assists, which means you make one pass and then that pass goes to somebody else, right? You open up opportunities when you're in attack mode. You create things to happen when you're in attack mode and you're ready to score the basketball, okay? So you wanna come off this screen, boom. Step 1, set my defender up. Step 2, coming off shoulder to shoulder, okay? Step 3, reading that defender, what are they doing? Step 4, my eyes are up. And step 5, you're attacking to the basket. Okay, so you gotta put it all together, boom. Eyes up, eyes up. You put it all together, you become a great pick and roll player. 5 easy steps, work on them, and you'll be a pick and roll master. All right, Hoopers, there's 5 steps to become a better player and a better scorer off of the pick and roll. If If you like today's video, go ahead, click the like button, and also leave a comment, but most importantly, click that subscribe button. Check out all the great content that we have on THINCPRO Basketball, because we are trying to provide you the opportunity to improve your game and take it to the next level. Now it's your turn to get out there, hit the gym, hit the court, put the work in, work on becoming a great pick and roll player to create opportunities and scoring chances for yourself and your teammates. All right, so until I see you again next time, remember to always keep hooping.